In the last video that I recorded, all of this grifty, Christmassy stuff for distillers, I revealed that I have in fact bought a T500 and some turbo yeast to go along with it. I've also got 6 kilos of sugar here, and I'm thinking what I need to do is finally make a turbo sugar head and see what all the fuss is about. How's it going, chasers? I hope you're having a kick-ass week. I'm Jesse, and this is Still at the Channel, all about chasing the craft of home distillation and making it a legitimate hobby. Now, I've been chasing this craft for 3 years now, and I have never once used this stuff. In fact, this may be the very first time I've actually held it in my hands. But I realize that it is kind of ridiculous that I pass on that knowledge and give that advice without ever actually trying it. I admit that I'm kind of biased against this stuff. So let's give it a nudge and see just how bad it can be, shall we? The first thing that blows me away is that this is only for 21 litres of water. And dude, it's heavy. It's 260 grams. That is so much shit. But to be fair, I guess when I make vodka, I'll add nutrients in different forms, whether it be grain or tomato paste or something like that in there too. And I guess all of this is all in one bag, so there is that. You know what, let's open this up and have a sniff, because I've heard it smells absolutely horrible. Yeah, it doesn't smell great. But I can't hold that against it, to be honest, because if I'm using DAP or some of the things that I've used in the past, use like multivitamins, for example. You crush DAP and multivitamins up together, they don't smell great either, so I won't hold that against it. All right, let's get stuck into how we're going to make this. I am literally going to follow the instructions on the packet, and there's really nothing to do. Honestly, I can see the attraction in this stuff. And just to be clear, this is the fast turbo yeast. Extreme speed. 24 hours. Isn't that crazy? Once again, to be completely open with you, I am not going to be using turbo clear and turbo charcoal. I couldn't decide which way to go with this. I couldn't decide whether to completely follow all of the recommendations they have. To be honest, I kind of feel like they just like to sell you extra shit. And I don't ever use a product like that when I'm making spirits. So it felt not like a fair test between what I do and what turbo is. Now I kind of regret that decision. I don't know. You guys tell me if you think I should have just gone ahead to compare the two and used charcoal and turbo clear and all that stuff. Let me know in the comments down below. Maybe I'll do so later on and see if it makes a big difference. But basically we just need to get 21 litres of water together with 6 kilograms of sugar at 40 degrees Celsius, and then we ferment at 30 degrees Celsius. Easy. Our turbo yeast has been fermenting now for roughly 36 hours, and I gotta say within about 2.5 hours it had taken off, gone crazy, and the only reason I didn't check it at the 24-hour mark was because, well, that was when I was sleeping. I was up late when I put this thing on, but it is now fermented out down to a smidge below 1 in terms of gravity, so the turbo wash is in the T500 pot. The ceramic boiler enhancer thingies I'm going to throw in because why not? They came in a box, so may as well use them. Let's get this thing up to speed and we'll start making some product. Job done. Run is finished. Just to let you know, guys, I did pretty much run the T500 as based on the instructions in the box. but I did make cuts by taste, other than just doing the 50 mils at the beginning stuff that they say to do. So yeah, this test is kind of, so yeah, I'm sure I could do a better job with the turbo yeast than what I've done here, like get a slightly better product. Although I don't know, I haven't tasted it yet. And actually, I think maybe I might bring someone in to help me out with this. All right guys, a wifey on board. You have no idea what these things are. You don't know what I've been making in the shed. To be honest, she doesn't really care to delve into what's...
shed very often.
No. All right, but I've got two things for you to try. They're both vodka and they're both about 40%. So try it, you can, well, either one first.
Vodka.
Would you like to rinse?
Sure. I need a cracker.
A cracker,
Yeah, that's proper. A water cracker.
Cleanse your palate.
I like this one better.
Really?
Yeah. Why?
What does it taste like?
I don't know. It's got something in it though. This one tastes real plain. I ruined your tasting.
You did. You completely fucked this up.
I could like actually drink that. I wouldn't want to drink this. Not that I really like vodka.
I mean, there's less flavor to it. There's nothing.
Yeah, there's way
on.
less flavor to it. That's why I like this one.
Remember, guys, that this is the lady who first picked up whiskey and your favorite bottle was Lafroig 10 from the beginning, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that
Still
was.
is. Wow. Maybe the quarter cask.
Try that again and think of sour fertilizer.
You're changing my views.
I'm very interested to see if I'm just making this up because I know what it is. Like chemically and blood and bone almost.
Oh yeah. It does smell a bit like that. Yeah, but I like that flavor.
Lafroig 10.
That's the flavor I like though. It's got something in it. That's what I said. I stand by
All right, get out of here. Go away. Get. Before we discuss this horrible betrayal by my own wife, I need to say a huge thank you to the Patreons. Thank you so much, Patreons. The reason I can go out and pick up equipment and ingredients that I don't necessarily want to actually make stuff with myself, but I think it'll be cool for you guys to see, is entirely because of you. And I love the fact that I'm able to do this. So thank you so much, Patreons. I really do appreciate it. All right, guys. So all joking aside, I really do respect my wife's palate and I respect what she has to say. And I appreciate her preferences when it comes to flavor. In saying that, she really just isn't into vodka. She just doesn't like it. So let's, so take it all with a grain of salt. But I think this illustrates a really interesting point, right? Where flavor preferences are completely personal. So it's what you're into, what you like, what you appreciate. And for that reason, I need to say a bit of an apology to some people out there that have been using turbo in the past. I guess I've been a bit tough on it and I've always sort of said that there's really no place for it, that you shouldn't use it. It's just silly to use, all those sort of things. And now trying it, I have to say, and I'll go into this in a little bit more detail in a second, I don't like it. I really don't. But it's not as objectively bad as I thought it could have been. That's why trying things like this is interesting. I guess I bought a little bit too much into the hype of how horrible turbo is. And it's nice to hit the reset button, get back to reality a little bit, and actually just try it for myself and try to be unbiased about it. Bring someone else in who doesn't know what the hell is going on and get their ideas on the matter as well. So, that being said, I don't like it. I still don't like it. Like I said, it's not as bad as I thought it could have been or would have been, to be fair. But yeah, there's just something in there that feels like it shouldn't be to me, especially when we're talking about vodka. Honestly, if you did put this exact same flavor into an Islay, I wouldn't be so pissed off at it, but I don't want it in a neutral. And even in an Islay, it's a little bit too, I hate to use the word chemically, because fucking everything's a chemical, isn't it? That's a silly thing. But a little bit almost like cleaning product-ish, and a little bit too much like fertilizer for my taste. But anyway, regardless, that is what it tastes like. It tastes slightly not sour, not acidic, but hinting that way. It tastes slightly, I guess, it's more in the smell, to be honest. A little bit like that blood and bone sort of fertilizer. Yeah, it's really hard to describe. It's a very odd smell, but I'm not a huge fan of it and I don't want it in my spirits. Now, I could have, like I suggested earlier on, I think made a better product from that wash using different equipment and different methods. But at the end of the day, my thinking is, why put a flavor you don't want into something at the beginning just so you can try and take it out later on? One, it's more work that you don't need to do. And two, if there are flavors in there that you actually do like Teddy says fast fermenting vodka, for example, I love the flavors that come out of that. If I fermented that with turbo, then I'd have to go through all of this work to get rid of the turbo flavor, and I would be stealing or stripping or getting rid of, hiding the flavors in the wash that I do like. So I will say, I will concede that being able to, you know, I literally bought that equipment and the yeast 3 days ago, and now I'm standing here drinking the stuff. I can see the appeal in that. But most of you watching these videos, I hope anyway, are chasers of the craft. You're here because you want to make a nice product. You don't want to buy this on Wednesday so you can get drunk on Friday. Like, it just kind of goes against what we're about here on the channel. So while I will admit that, yes, I'm sure there are people out there making delicious things with turbo yeast, especially if they're using the carbon filtering and blah, 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 blah. Why not just start with something that is cleaner from the beginning? And if you don't like clean, if you do want flavor, pick a yeast that puts flavor in that you do like. Hornindal, for example, was fun. Maybe a fruity English yeast, or like a crazy wit beer that's going to throw clove and banana or something in it. Wouldn't you rather start from that point than this point? So what I'm saying is, turbo yeast is exactly what I thought it was going to be in terms of quality, but it is not nearly as bad on that sort of quality vector that I thought it was going to be. Does that make sense? Anyway, guys, I'd love to hear your experiences with turbo yeast. So please guys, down in the comments, if someone is saying that they made a certain something with a certain product or whatever, and it gave them a certain result that they liked or didn't like, you can't tell them that they're wrong, because you've got a different set of taste buds and you didn't taste the same stuff. What I'm saying, guys, is every time I have this rant, don't be a dick and be nice. Anyway, team, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. That helps me out a whole freaking lot. If you want to help me out some more, share the video around to anyone that you think might enjoy it. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, because that helps me out too. And I will catch you next time, guys. Oh, yes, we will be making more videos on the T500. I will make a few videos about how to get the best out of it, perhaps. Maybe we'll look at modding it or changing it up, seeing how we can improve it. Let me know what you want to see. Anyway, I'll catch you next time, guys. Keep on chasing the craft. See ya.